AEHR is up 12% today, 19% for the month, down 68% for the year. They're down because they burn wafers. Those are semiconductor wafers are the size of a 78 album, and they have 1 million transistors on them. It's very important before they go into the semiconductor that they're tested, particularly if they're going into autonomous automobiles or jet planes. They're not so much important if they're on toasters, but the reality is AEHR has a machine that will do that 6 wafers at a time rather than 1 at a time like their competition does. They've also declared or shown that they can do it on gallium nitrate as well as silicone wafers, and all wafers in the future are probably going to be silicone or then upgraded to gallium nitrate. And again, AEHR is able to do that. They're a company, as I've told you before, that has no debt. They're well managed. They just ran into a pothole, which is that there was a slowdown in the semiconductor business. Now they have reported their earnings, and the stock is going up. I originally bought it back in November of last year for somewhere around $22, and then I've added to it so that now I've got my cost basis down substantially. But what you need to recognize is this stock is going to go up substantially. For this year, their earnings per share projected for 2025 is 53 cents per share. Their current price is $19.53. If you divide the 53 cents into the $19.53, you'll come up with a PE ratio of 36.85. Well, they are projecting that their earnings in 2026 are going to go up to $1.99. That is an increase from 53% to $1.99. If you multiply that times the current PE ratio of 36.85, you come up with a price of $73.32, and I project that will be the price of AEHR on January the 1st of 2027. That's a substantial increase from where it is right now at 1953. That's how I analyze stocks. That's how I go and say there are a number of depressed stocks that have been depressed because the semiconductor business slowed down, as the EV market slowed down, as inflation went up, and thus they are depressed. Now we have seen that, as I said, AEHR is up 12% today, 19% for the month. This is the first semiconductor stock that is reporting their earnings. And I think if you pick the right stocks, there are several others that are depressed as bad as or nearly as bad as AEHR, and you're going to get a terrific run-up. I share them on my cheat sheet. I only analyze 40 stocks. That's all I'm capable of doing. I'm not Goldman Sachs. I do not have 40,600 employees that I can allocate to go and analyze a section. I can only work on those of AI and semiconductors, and AEHR is a no-brainer. It's going to give you, about a 300 and some percent return between now and 2027. There are more. I got a comment that all the smart people on Wall Street are buying ETFs and exchange-traded funds. Well, if the smart people only expect to get an 11% return on their investment year after year, okay, those are the smart people. But the geniuses, the ones that really run the hedge funds, they're looking for something above 20%, something more like 33%. If you know the rule of 72, whatever your annual return is, you divide that into 72, and that tells you how many years it's going to take for your stock to double. So if you're getting 11% in your ETFs and your exchange-traded funds, it's going to take 7.2 years for your portfolio to double. If, on the other hand, you're making 35%, you'll do it in 2 years. The choice is yours. Be smart or be brilliant. I'm Kerry Grinkmeyer. I'm a stock picker. I figured this out. This was not available to me when I was a financial planner of CFP, CHFC, and CLU because the data wasn't available. But I can go to any stock you ask me, and you tell me what their ticker symbol is. I can go and find what they're projecting their earnings to be in 24, 25, 26, in some cases 27. Then all I have to know is what is their historical PE ratio. I multiply that PE ratio times their projected earnings per share, and that's their projected price per share. It's that simple. It's fifth grade math. Okay, so if you want to learn fifth grade math and how you can apply it, I suggest you come join the tribe. And you do that by getting on the bus, and I'll teach you, I'll even share with you my projections on the stocks I want to own. And right now, I'll do it for free. For 14 days, you can come and examine my work and say even attend 2 of our stock calls that we hold on every Friday, our stock talks, and you decide, does this make sense? Is it really fifth grade math? I made it through fifth grade. I can do the math. Let Kerry teach me how to do it. That's what I'm here for, to make you a better investor, to show you where you can get the data and then apply your fifth grade math. I'll talk to you more about this fifth grade math technology tomorrow.